Hey guys, Joey here. In this video, I'm going to be sharing how I found my product and how you can do a similar thing where we find winning products that will make you over $500,000 a year. So, if you guys don't know me, my name is Joey and I do TikTok Shop and Amazon. And my product in the last 8 months has done over $300,000. So, I'm going to show you exactly how I found my product and how you can do the same thing. So, first off, for TikTok Shop and Amazon, obviously, you're going to the main premise is you're gonna have affiliate people making videos for your product. So it needs to be visually engaging. People need to stop scrolling to look at your product, obviously, and there needs to be somewhat of a demand for your product. And it needs to be at an impulse buying price point. Ideal retail is $20 to $40 because this is where TikTok Shop people are gonna be purchasing your product, and it can't be too expensive where there's not going to be enough conversions for your product. And then the target cost is going to be $5 to $15, and you need at least 4x margin. So say you buy a product for $5, you need to be able to sell it for at least $20, and so you can make that margin of 4x. And another thing we're going to be looking for is it's going to be lightweight and easy to ship. Ideally under 2 pounds, ideally under 1 pound actually, because if your product is above 2 pounds or 1 pound, then it's going to be kind of expensive to ship, like $8 to ship your product out, which is kind of expensive. So, and it also needs to be giftable because Q4 is coming up and it's kind of too late to start a summer product. And if you start looking for a product now for the next, 2 months, then you'll be ready for Q4 and be ready for that Christmas rush that we're going to have. So it needs to be giftable for him/her. So a guy looks at your product and wants to purchase it for himself, and he has a girlfriend, then the girlfriend will probably purchase it for him for Christmas or for his birthday or something like that. And then obviously the product needs to sell itself because we're going to be utilizing affiliates to make videos for our product. So you don't want them to be having to explain what your product does and how it's different from the competition. You want it to just be the product obviously looks different than the competition, and you can see that there's value in purchasing this product rather than your competitors, right? And then for the last thing in the criteria we're going to be looking for is no clothing or different size items. So you just want one hero product that you're going to sell just a crap ton of this product, right? So let's get into it. There's two ways that you can source your product. So you can find a importer, which is actually how I found my product that has done me over $300,000. So I went to this website. I'll leave a link in the description. It's called www.datamyne.com/importers. So this is going to be local importers that source from different countries, and they have a big warehouse basically, and they sell these products at a wholesale price. So you can buy it for $5 and then you can sell it online for above $20, right? This is how I found my product. And the pros of this is you don't have to have much inventory on hand to get started because the supplier, the importer next to you is going to have the products on hand. So, and you don't have to put too much cash out for inventory. And it's going to be faster to launch because the product is already in a warehouse right next to you, right? But the cons for this is it's harder to customize your product if you do end up selling a lot of this product. It's harder to customize the packaging and harder to get this company to do stuff for you, basically, right? And then it's going to be higher prices if you don't have a good relationship with them. So if you're just starting out, it's going to be higher prices. But if you buy more quantity, then hopefully they can lower the price for you. And then this is going to be a lot harder and a lot longer to find a winning product as well. But let me show you this website and how I found my winning product. So this is US importers by each state. So say you live in California, right? So we're going to click on California, and then you can sort by your city. Say you live in Anaheim, California, right? It's going to show all the zip codes of importers in Anaheim next to you, right? So it's going to be zip code right here, and then you can sort by each of these, right? These are a bunch of companies that import already, and these companies sell to retailers that have shops, right? So they have shops like brick and mortar stores. So say like what IKEA has a probably an importer, one of these people that import from China, import from different countries, and they basically wholesale it to these retail stores, and then they mark it up, and then they sell it to you, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy all of these importers, go to ChatGPT, scrape these leads, and find me winning products that I can sell on TikTok Shop and Amazon. Ideal price range of $10 wholesale, and I can retail for 40 plus. And then you are going to put in all of those companies, right? I mean, there's Walt Disney and a bunch of companies that you've never heard of, basically. And it's going to be it's going to be scraping all of these leads, right? So scrape the businesses I sent to you. So it might take a couple tries, obviously, but brand names like Amy Deluxe, Amy Groups, and then you just put in this into Google, and then you can see this is going to be what hookahs and stuff like that. And you can buy these products. So this is a wholesaler, right? And they're going to sell these products to you for cheaper, and then you upsell them on TikTok Shop or Amazon, right? Fitness, free weights, retail furniture. We don't want to do that. But say you don't find anything, you just go back, go to another zip code near you. This one's a lot of freaking businesses, right? And then you do the same thing. Scrape these leads. And then it's going to show you the top ones of products that you could find for $10 ideally and sell it for above $40. But once you find a company that is in a category that you would like to sell in, you have to ask them for their MOQs. So this is minimum order quantity. Industrial fasteners, connectors, B2B, right? Let's see. You want to ask them for their MOQs, and you want to ask them for their catalog. So if they have a catalog of all their best products, their best selling products, that they could send it to you, that would be ideal. So let's see here. Business support services, no. Dance shoes. But like obviously it's not gonna find public matches, so you could just call up these companies, ask, hey, what do you sell, right? And then they'll give you a catalog if you find something that you would like. So some of these it's gonna be a long time. Like it took me about 4 months to find my product from doing this method. This is the method that I did. I just scraped every freaking thing, every business that I could find, went to their website, see if they had any products that I could sell, and this was how I found my product, right? And then you just keep doing that. If you find a company, call them, ask for their catalog, and yeah. So that's the method that you probably never heard of. Finding an importer next to you and just it's a local wholesale, so they're gonna sell it to you for a lower price. You can mark it up, sell it on TikTok Shop and Amazon, and you don't really have to have that much inventory on hand, and it's gonna be a lot cheaper. And then the second way is you source from China, which is gonna be Alibaba and AliExpress. And the pros of this is it's gonna be lower prices. So these importers obviously have to make money as well. So they're probably going to be charging you double the amount that they could make a profit with. And then, so sourcing from China is going to be lower prices. It's going to be easier to customize your product and your packaging if you do end up wanting to scale this product. So it's going to be easier to do that. And then it's going to be fast to find a winning product. I would say it's a lot faster than this way on the left, because this way it took me 4 months to find my product, right? But the good thing about finding an importer is you're going to build this relationship in person. Obviously, you're going to just drive there, pick up your inventory, drive back, ship it out, and that's it. And they're going to like that you're doing business with them, right? Another, or a con of sourcing from China is it's going to take longer to ship. So it's going to take about a month or two to get your product. That's if you push it like really fast, right? It could take up to 3 months to find a product from China, right? And then another con is you have to manage inventory. So you have to manage a lot of inventory. Say you just do a test order of 20 units and it takes 2 months to get here, right? And then you sell out in what, a week? You would have to order like 1,000 more, and you'd have to put up a lot more money up front. And then the last con is it can cost a lot of money in research and development. So you're gonna have to order samples first, and then you're gonna have to test these companies rather than you can just go to a local importer and see their quality. And ideally, they're gonna have better quality than China, obviously. So let me show you ways that I would source from China. So we're gonna be looking for winning products on CaloData. You've probably heard of it before. This is a paid platform, but I'm just in category here, and then I'm gonna go to revenue growth rate above 30%. We want market going up, and then we're gonna go to the second page here, because this is going to be 200K to about 700K market cap. So let's see if we can find any products here. So there's countertop ovens, steering wheel covers, 345K. Market is growing. This is average shop. Average shop does about 3K a month, which is pretty decent for a wheel cover. Knife block set, sports eyewear, handheld gaming consoles. This could be a pretty good market. Each shop is averaging about 5K. Market cap is about 500K right now. So if you're leading in that industry, you can make quite a bit of money. And then accessories, gym accessories, strength training. Both of these over about 1.5 million, which is pretty good for a freaking Father's Day gift. Yeah. So that's how I do research on CaloData. Just go by each category, look for product ideas that you want to sell. But the free way that I would do it is going to TikTok Shop Seller Center, right? You go on the left to products, product opportunities down here. And then these are going to be products that have top search keywords, right? And then you could sort by that. And just by scrolling right now, I found a winning product. Infinity Effect Mirror. You'd probably source this for, I would say, $8 from China, and probably sell it for like 30 bucks. So there's 4x margin in there. And it says low competition, right? So there's 2,000 people are searching for it in the last 7 days, and there's only about 26 products that have this, right? And the good thing about this is the product sell itself, right? Affiliates are going to make videos for you, and they're going to sell this product for you, so it needs to be visually engaging, of course. And then I favorited some products earlier that I would look at, right? So there's neon rainbow golf ball. This seems pretty interesting. I've never seen anything like this. And it says low competition. 4,000 search volume last 7 days, and 16 products with this. I would say this is a pretty interesting product for the summer. It's a little late to start for Christmas because golf is a summer sport, I believe. And then inverted mirror, I thought this was pretty cool. Search volume 5K, 25 related products. If you find something like this is just fastest way to find winning products, top search keywords. And this is free ways, of course. You just need to sign up for TikTok Shop Seller Center, and then you could find these products. And then the last way that I would find another winning product is, of course, AliExpress. So I would just look up gifts for men on the search bar, and then go to the bottom left, put in the minimum price as $5 because you don't want anything that's gonna be like $1. There's like no margin in that. So you want to sort by minimum price of $5, maximum price, it doesn't really matter for maximum price. And then you could find wallets. You just search, oh wait, search by orders, sorry. And then you can see what people are buying, right? 200 something sold. Could do linen summer shorts. Stretchy, looks like a lot of vintage summer stuff. But yeah, I'm going to show you some winning products that I found on AliExpress. So this is a acrylic album cover. So you source it for $7, sell it for $30, 4x margin. And I feel like it would be pretty easy to sell this. The only thing about this, you would need a lot of customization. So your shipping would need to be pretty quick. But yeah, that's one winning product that I found. And then I would just message them. So this is their store rating, right? And I would just message them to see ask them what are your best sellers? Do you have an MOQ? And can I get your catalog? So those are the 3 questions I would ask: MOQ, catalog, and your best sellers. So that's what I would ask all of these companies that I find, right? And then we have Dragon Ball Z lamp. You can see 27 sold. That's a high price, so I would message them to see if they could get for a lower price. But after you find a winning product, you just want to try to source it on Alibaba and try to find it at a lower price, of course. Found these keychains, buy them for $6, and then you would sell them for $25 if possible. I think you could definitely sell these for 25 bucks. And then another thing, AC/DC little necklace keychain. It's another winning product. Buy for $5, sell for $25. Another one, pant chain. So for all these companies, you just message them, ask for their best sellers. This one would be a little bit harder, is customize product. So it's going to be quite difficult, but this is a winning product, of course. Another customized photo, little music thing. The last one, or not the last one, second one, last one, Dragon Ball Super Saiyan Goku thing. And another Dragon Ball Z. I don't know why there's so many Dragon Ball Z things, but they sell a lot, like 700 sales, 1,000 plus sold. So there's obviously demand for these products. And the best part about all of these products that I just found for you, it's one, a hero product, and you can just sell a freaking crap ton of these things, right? So all these products, except for the customized ones, are just one product, and you just order a bunch of them, and then you just sell them, right? So, as I said before, ask for a catalog of best-selling products from their company, whether you find it from a importer, the local wholesale from this website, or you source it yourself from China. Always ask for their catalog and their best-selling products of their company and ask if there's a minimum order quantity that you need to purchase to get a lower price. And then, as I showed before, use ChatGPT to scrape the leads. So this is how you'd scrape the leads. And if you find a company that you'd want to work with, call them up, ask if you can go visit their warehouse, and they'll probably give you a tour of their warehouse if you want to work with them. And make sure your product is a winner. Is there a market for your product, right? So ask yourself, would this be a good gift giving product for Christmas, birthday presents, anniversary gifts, anything like that? Make sure there's a good market for your product. You can do that by searching on Amazon. If there's like say a few hundred sold on Amazon, then in the same category, then your product is probably pretty good, right? And they have 3 products you're going to test. And if you're ordering from China, you want to test order a sample for quality control before you do a large order, right? And I know this sounds tedious, but trust me, you want to test the quality of your product before you order freaking 100 of them, right? And then after you get your sample, you want to try to list it on TikTok Shop, and then you would order 20 units to make sure you can sell all your units basically on TikTok Shop. And then after this, you want to just reorder as much as you can, whether it's being from a importer or a Chinese supplier, right? You want to keep reordering, keep selling out, and yeah, that's basically how I found my product, how I would find another product if I was wanting to find one that would make you over $500,000 a year. So if you guys like this video, like the products that I showed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. And if you guys have any questions, send me a message on Instagram. It's going to be the first link in the description. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.